Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And I slept like total crap last night. Great, awesome. Can't wait for today. However, when I did wake up at one of the moments in the morning, it was in time for the skill preview for the new incoming Shizu, and yeah, well, let's just take a look at it. Starting 6/3 Monday, 2 a.m. UTC, 7 p.m. Pacific time, so, 9.5 hours from now, give or take, whatever, math. Shizu, the Flaming Armament. Let's open in new tab. Oh, yeah, that's okay. So she is fire. So, what do you know? The Flaming Armament, fire character. We don't get a lot of fire characters. Let me pull up the spreadsheet really fast. And we can see that fire is the second worst team in the game. Yeah. It has 2 extra units over Earth, and Earth is the most sad out of all of them. And the last one we got was Tempest Elite Rimuru, and then Idol Shuna. So they don't come out very often. Looking at her kit, though, the first skill is unknown. The second skill, 30 SP, changes all oranges into blues and then a blue gauge increase by 10%. So she is essentially doing the orange version of Diablo from the Primal Demon meta because he changed all greens to blue, which I mean is cool, right? It's very nice that no matter how many green orbs or no matter how many orange orbs you're going to have, you can change them all to blue. The thing I find unfortunate about these skills is if you get one orb of not that color, because then it's like, man, I really wish I would have brought Violet, or I wish I would have brought Guy, and we could have changed 2 oranges and a green, or 2 greens and an orange, because that just that helps, because the odds of you getting all 3 color orbs are quite high. The odds of you getting the same color orb 4 times in a row, that's a little bit less likely. But here is the teaser image, right? So if we look at it, we had this, and we can now see that this is part of her like wings, and then this little strand of black hair right here is right there. So hair. Um, she is an AOE fire physical, 300%, increases all allies' attack by 5%. She's on Commander, Heart of a Hero, and Adventurer. All right. So, hot take, I'm pretty afraid that Shizu's gonna suck. Or be just not that great in general. The orb change, yeah, it's fine, because if we look at the team that we run currently, or at least that I run currently, it looks like this. So we've got Renard, we've got the new Hinata, we're using Rimuru as our DPS because he has personal buffs, right? He's got attack and weakness strike. Renard is already stacking weakness strike. Hinata's doing the alt and the synergy resistance down. Glenda's doing synergy and physical resistance down. And right now, Light Lumi's doing element, light buff. So, physical Rimuru, Fountain Wisdom Rimuru, is doing orb changing for oranges and a physical buff, 65%. Now, Diablo did a physical buff for Commander and Primal Demon only. And he also put a pierce effect on your allies, which worked very well because his meta was blue focused, physical, and focused on pierce. This meta is focused on synergy. So if we were to, if this skill is this, and then her first skill is like 100% physical attack for Commander and Heart of a Hero, like, hold on. Let's look up Heart of a Hero really fast. Yeah, yeah, it's a whole bunch of Shizus, Master Heroes, Hinatas, and Leons. So, I mean, it's got a lot of EX characters. It's got a whole row of them. And that's cool and all. But it's like, Commander does have a lot of characters. I've been saying that for like a week now. I don't know. And then this, I mean, that would be probably best case scenario is if we get 100% physical buff for that and then synergy power, right? Because we're missing that on the current team. We don't have synergy power. We have synergy rate from Glenda and resistance down from Hinata. So we need synergy power. We need a new character to do physical buff because Fountain of Wisdom Rimuru is a year and a half old now at this point, give or take. We don't have anyone that does straight up attack either, right? New Year's Blessing Rimuru is buffing his own attack, but we don't have just an attack buffer like what we got last month with Exalted Champion Rimuru, and we weren't really that big on him anyways. We need a new character to do element buff because she's magic. She doesn't fit on this team. She does do orb changing, and she is doing a light buff for our light character, but our meta DPS, which is now going to come out next week, is going to be dark, and then she goes away. So we need that. We need weakness strike, which is unfortunately a very not strong buff. The beatdown boss, when you break his shield, he already puts defense down and weakness resistance down. So we don't really need those buffs either. But what I could also see happening is they could give her the Earth Jean treatment. And that would be really unfortunate. This first skill. All attribute resistance down by 100% and all allies weakness strike up by 100%. This skill is not very powerful. You would see this 100 and 100 and be like, bro, that's great. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not. Weakness strike is inherently weak, and most debuffs, except for alt resistance down, are like 2/3 as strong as what you think they're going to be. Maybe half sometimes. Defense down, like straight up is ass. Element resistance down is okay, but not really that great. And so that's why this Earth John is like not really that great, because this buff is really expensive and it looks really big and it actually sucks. And then this skill right here is only useful for Space Blanc. Then that's it. And that's it. On the Primal Demon team, you take her anywhere else and it's stupid. And I'm really, really worried that they're gonna give this new Shizu some kind of buff that is limited to Commander and Heart of a Hero or Adventurer. Two teams that don't get buffed very often, and be a physical buff for only those two, which means that she needs to be on a physical team, which means she needs two different categories. Her skill right here is going to be blue locked, so yeah, blue team only, and then whatever secondary effect they give her may be locked as well. It might just be bad. This skill might not be physical at all for Shizu, right? It very much could not be physical at all. And it could be element buff. It could be 100% element buff, and that would make her a lot better, because then we could put her on other teams, and that would be very strong. I'm concerned. And the fact that she's only going to be a new unit on a single featured banner, alongside the current batch of characters that are on the Hinata and Renard. So, let's take a look at that really fast. So we'll have New Year's Rimuru, Summer Shizu, and Warrior's Mind Rimuru. It's like, and it's just going to be Shizu. That banner, single unit banners, I never recommend people summon on unless they are absolutely broken. And right now, I don't see the Shizu being absolutely broken. There are other characters who can orange convert, right? That we're using Fountain Wisdom Rimuru. Some people are using Dark Benimaru, and you know what? They work. They totally work. I'm recording, runs for my Inferno 3 runs, and some of them I don't run an orange converter at all. Or I run someone who can convert their own orbs, like Warrior's Mind Violet or something. It works. I don't need a character that converts all 6 orbs that are orange into blues. It's nice to have, but it's pretty unnecessary. And again, it doesn't have that same kind of viability as some of the other triple orb changers, like Violet, like Guy, because they can convert multiple colors. And that is generally what you're going to need more than a straight up 6 orange convert. So I would really temper your expectations for this Shizu. It is, entirely possible that she is really good. That the skill is ungodly. And that possible. Very possible. Probable? Doubtful. We do need more fire characters. She will probably be the best fire AoE character because the only other one we have is goddamn Summer Lumi. And you want to talk about limited, we can talk about Summer Lumi. But we haven't had a fire AoE character since her last summer. So we're finally getting one. Maybe she's good, maybe she's not. We'll find out in 9.5 hours or so. So let me know what you think the new Fire Shizu is going to do. Do you think she is good, or do you think she is going to be good? What skill do you want this first one to be? Let me know in the comments, but that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later tonight.